Hello folks, welcome back to the Batcave, and welcome after quite some time to the server. Yes, we are back in the land of species. There's his spot over there, and I've just realised that I was a bit slow in the uptake. I should have organised myself a bit better, and gone and got myself contractorised, well, deputised, that might be a better idea, I don't know. But yes, that way I could have done some workings for him and such. But anyway, yes, it's a good idea, but there you are. Anyway, main thing, dagnabbit, you stop doing that. Hang on. Right, that's intriguing. There's an argument going on. If you look bottom right, you can see after patch 1.3, the fruit HUD. Oh, calm yourself. Wait a minute, what's going on here? Interesting noise. Anyway, there's a bit of an argument going down the bottom with numbers, and apparently we are back to the 99% thing, so we're not entirely cured it. I wasn't aware of that in single player, but I'll have to keep an eye out. Anywho, I'm doing a contract, who'd have thunk? No, we might need something a bit pushier than that, and a bit more oomph than that. That's Sooty's tractor. There's my girl. And he painted her while I was away doing stuff. Yes, oh fine. Ah, it's a grand colour. Right. I do like the Valtras. Anyway, enough of my inane gibbering. I hope everybody's in good form. I surely am. Mainly because I am also the proud owner. Oh, now, how do we that one? No, okay, well I did have oh yes, I'm looking for my shuttle gear, and guess what? It's not there. Right. Now if I've just done something a bit weird, I do apologise. But in fairness, I am a bit weird. So that's not entirely unexpected really. But yes, one thing I am pleased to note, and I don't think this... no, wait a minute. Right, so the one on the right is that's when I tend to put on Sooty's track, because it's an 800 with a 600 for heavy tillage and the like. And I still don't have this right here. Right, but you'll notice, or at least I did notice, that the steering, although there is still the delay that you're always going to have online, it is actually a bit snappier, which is nice. Wasn't too sure about that, and so far I've really not done anything. I've not done anything too spectacular, other than just come. Oh, and look, that's the bit we did. Now I could go and paint that, and in theory the grass should grow. I was under the impression, it appears wrongly, that because that's been done under 1.2, it would have hairy canaries because it's now 1.301. But it couldn't give out, which is great. So as that young lad alluded to, it just kind of slid on through, and yeah, alright, we've got a new one, so there you go. Where am I? Of course I'm exactly the wrong end, don't I? Right. Whee! Oh, too much. And yes, I'm still using the HOTAS, and it's, apart from rearranging the buttons on my wheel, which I still can't figure out, but anyway, it did. Although, to be fair, for some obscure reason, that's happened in every game, so I don't know if that might be Thrustmaster that suddenly decided something or other. I've reinstalled all drivers that I can, and you know, it's doing the same thing, so I can't blame FarmSim for that. Now then, I'm not next to this in line, so to speak, and we haven't got vehicle grip switcher. Now you will notice periodically that I will get out and there'll be a pause before I turn left or right. I'm not being a Dilbert or whatever. It's basically I'm using a wireless mouse, and it's more economy, shall we say, than anything else, and as such has a habit of switching off and going to sleep and having a wee snooze. Yes, I just jumped through the front windscreen, as of course is standard practice in any tractor. Yes. Yeah, somewhere about there, I think. And yes, my head's too high, but anyway, it would, well, hey, it would appear it's only me that actually bothers about that sort of thing. So, okay. Oh! Well, would you Adam and Eve it? If I could get it the right way round, they are actually together. Ah. Oh, what a plum I am. That's a nice sounding motor. Now, there's a few updates. A couple of them were my kind of updates. There's one to a loader. Yeah. Now I'm going to pronounce this wrong. I know I am, but it's H-A-U-R. So Hauer. No, not the Hauer. No, Hauer. We'll go with Hauer. No, I don't know. Anyway, that one has now got extra bits for tools on the end, so you actually have the proper pipes, hydraulic pipes for it. We done? We're done. Right, off we go. Charge! And I was just setting my GPS going, and yeah, that went well. But yeah, that sort of thing appeals to me because it's, well, it's attention to detail, and why not? Why not indeed? Quite a few other bits, to be fair. The one that I'm really intrigued to see is, I think it's next week. Is it next week? 26th, whenever that is. And yes, I have a horrible grasp on days, if you can call it a grasp. I do wonder whether they're going to put out a wee sneaky or a patch or something or other, because the wood handling as such is not hugely better, but one of the things that this new DLC does is both wood handling and also willow coppicing, although it's not actually coppicing, it's biobales they call it. Yeah, it's what it used to be called, willow coppicing. Used willows because they grow like stink, a bit like bamboo. They grow like stink, and in a season you get enough to make it worthwhile cutting them down. Certain varieties of, I believe. But with the willow, you didn't cut it down to the ground. I think it was limbs that you sort of delimbed it. I think so. I'm no expert in the thing at all. But anyway. something along those lines. Well, there we go, it still works. But yeah, it'd be interesting. Now, I had a look online, and intriguingly, the BioBaler, the one that they show you the demo of, which is from, oh, I don't know, 2010, I think it's somewhere around there. The tractor actually drives over the crop, which is not something I would have expected. And then the baler follows and basically raises it to the ground. Fair enough, I suppose. Right, now then. Yeah, I guess you forgot to put the swather on. Off, rather. Excuse me. Oh, actually. A wee bit more. There we are. Ah. Why are you not doing that? Alright, that was probably me. And a bit of a manic moment trying to figure out how to turn the swather off. Or the chopper on, depending on your point of view, I suppose. 80. And off we go. There we are. Lovely. So yes, that was intriguing. And it doesn't go off to the side as the in-game one does, which I was quite intrigued by. Now, I don't know have they altered it now so that that's what it does happen, but yeah, I mean that was only one video I saw, so I'm not claiming that's de facto how it happens. But other than that, it was just a prickly mass of, and it can be used to bail just about anything as long as it needs a woody mass, and then it wraps it in with netting as you would a normal bale. So yeah, quite intrigued to see how that'll go. But at the moment I've well, other than the forks that Species had, which I finally tracked down, wood handling is, to say the least, a bit troublesome. And when he gets back, we will need those log forks on the server, because having the straps on the end just, oh, for the bit of clearance that I would like to do around Caledonia contracting, it would, oh, hang on, minus, no, it would be absolutely spot on. Because as Sooty found out, at the moment it's a bit of a pain in the whatsit at the moment. I haven't actually looked to see if we've still got in my, actually, you know what, I'm going to do that right now. Right, we'll go. Right, and I'll move the mic, hopefully without deafening you. Right. Right, so do we still have supporting imaginary limbs? Yes, we do. Dag nabbit. There's that one down the bottom there. That's the one that will cause a bother. They do seem to have tidied them up in general. And there's another one there. Right, okay, well, that will be our further investigation as and when I get on off the server rather. I'm not gonna, oh, that's a nice sounding motor. I'm not going to do that in the server because I'll do it in a single player game that I'll start specifically for that, and if it goes wrong I'll just jump ship and ignore. Server's not quite so easy to do that. Yes, so But the LUAs, no idea what that was, but they did something with server stuff. Is it running any better? Well, I'm kind of on my own, so you can see my ping there, and it's more or less where it always is. So again, can't really say it's what a difference. Netcode's massively improved or anything like that. It's just well, it works, which, you know, that's kind of the bit you want, I suppose. Also had the first update on Dirt Rally 2, or 2.0, I've been all bouncy about it. But it didn't bring VR. That's the bit that I was a wee bit peeved up, but there you go. But they did say later this year, so I mean, you know, we're not really that far into the year, so I'll just have to wind my neck in on that one. Apparently, if you are a deluxe owner, I might be one of them, you now have the Monaco rally, so I shall be going to have a wee nosy at that, and if it's as good as I hope it will be, then I will be yes, doing a video on that. I'm carrying on with the current rally, not recording all of it because, to be blunt, I know it's warts and all channel, and sometimes, as you well know, it really is warts and just warts. But anyway, it's messy. Yeah, it's really messy. Well, a bit like that. But it's not my crop, so I can't destroy it. So that's something. Right. That way? Yes, that way. I think we should be behind. There's a mod. And anybody who happens to trip over this for some reason, which would be really nice if they did. Adjustable seat height. We had adjustable mirrors in 15 and 17, which I sorely miss. But yeah, why not have adjustable seat height? Because it's so close, but it's just fractionally too high. Again, probably just me that knows that, but hey. That'll do you. That one, I think. That one. So, yes, there we are then. We're on the server doing a contract. All is well in the world. I've just received my new phone today, which is a Samsung S10 Plus, and I'm very happy bunny with that. Got a stupid amount of data to get through, and yes, I do see that as a challenge, but yeah, I'll probably not manage it. Oh, we're done. There you go. Down and off we go. There we are. So yes, given the amount of time I've now spent with GPS, that's going to be my first request, is to get GPS on the server. I have to say, I've not been blown away by any maps recently. I've been keeping an eye out for any good, decent sized maps, and I don't know, there's a lot that are close, but Black Sheep modding, of a couple of their mods have just started coming through, and if they've done what everybody else seems to be doing, which is taking a well-known map and stretching it a bit, well, that might be worth a look. That may well be worth a look, but at the moment, no, it's just carry on really. I think Species had the pick of the bunch there with Thuringer. Grizzly Mountain, yeah, that seems pretty good. I'm not sure if that would be a good one for server, but anyway. But hey, here's an opportunity. While he's busily blessing his bag of bits and box of bits rather, and wondering where to put stuff and polite answers only, have a think, because at the moment I've really not seen anything that, oh yeah, we need to have that in the server. It's just not happening so far. Yeah, hang on. If I do that down to that, and then you up, see if that'll work. Oh, it's a good turning circle, this one. Oh, I like this. I haven't tried this one yet. This is the first time I've driven this. Probably should have mentioned that. But there you go. What are you doing? You're working. Right, good. There's a lot of mods that are doing sound. Equalising sound, or quotes, improving sound. I don't understand that, because the whole point, having spent a lot of time in tractors and with no cab, and having dodgy hearing as a result of, partially, I was one of the ones that was absolutely blown away as cabs got better and better and quieter and quieter, and that's brilliant. That's absolutely brilliant. Why do you a sense of speed? No. Vision gives you a sense of speed. Audio feedback gives you a sense of noise. You can have a screaming engine and have a low gearbox and be going 1 mile an hour. You know, it's just that. The reason I'm saying that is that's most people's argument of, oh, the engine gives me a sense of speed, I want to hear it better. And I'm like, that's piffle, in a word. And yes, piffle is a technical term. Yes, need more of them. But no, I quite like the fact that I can sit in here and do stuff, toot along, quite the thing, hear myself think, and then, well, okay, I'm a bit of a country mile away because I've got the drone up. But without the aid of a safety net, see, now that to me is quite reasonable, because that's what it would be. Outside you'll hear the growl of the engine, you'll hear all the hydraulics whizzing round and all the motors doing what they do. You get inside, you're going to lose the majority of the motor, you're going to get most of the hydraulics, because that's what's down there driving your bin and your separation, your straw walkers and all that gubbins that gets the crop through the machine and separates it and all the rest of it. So yeah, you're going to hear that a bit. Why do I want to be deafened inside? Pass. Don't know. Other than that, as I say, it's the usual, it's the same story. 15 and 17 were exactly the same. Early on it's like, I want mods now. And you don't get them because they take time. And that's why when the more realistic guy said, you know, if you like this, give me I gave him a big lump of a donation because I thought it was brilliant. And I thought, yeah, as he said, if you were going to buy DLC from Giants, what do you think you'd pay? And I thought, well, what you've done is well worth that and more, so that's what I did. But it was that's what bugs me about this life cycle business. Just when they're getting the game sorted, they go and do a new version, and it's like, well, why not do just a monstrous update and build? I think I may have mentioned this before, but just in the off chance that I haven't, There's a game I play, MechWarrior Online. Granted, not that often just now, because I seem to spend all my time in digging farms. Why that would be is anybody's guess. Anyway, that started off, oh I don't know, 2010, and I only got in 2011, 2012, thereabouts, in the early beta. Now, they're constantly updating it, and if you look at a video from the start and look at a video of some gameplay now, it's wildly different. Wildly different. They've tinkered about with just about every facet of the game, whether it be physics, whether it be ballistics. Oh hey! Nearly. There we are, that one, and one of those, that way, that way. But, it's the same game. And the fan base is loyal, and they just, they're very straightforward. You say, if you want this game, you're going to have to pay us to do it. Which is fair enough. And the way they do that is, it is free to play, so anyone listening to this can go and download MechWarrior Online and go and play it. And you will get, oh I don't know, 92-93% of all the mechs in the game. But there are a few that are, quotes, behind a paywall. Champions and special loadouts and special versions, and if you can buy packs, and that's how they make the money. They sell you a pack, and oh crap, I'm full. Right, where am I going with this? Don't tell me I have to go and deliver stuff. Heavens above. Right, well you'll have to wait there, boyo, because I'm not sitting a work with you. Probably could, but actually, yeah, well. No. Right. The race is on. Go on, girl. Where am I going anyway? Oh, of course I am. Right to the bottom of the map. Restaurant at the end of the universe. Well, it better be number 42, that's all I'm saying. Well, it'll be so long, and thanks for all the fish. What is Driz blithering on about? Answers on a postcard. I'm sure some of you will pick that up, and others will go, he's off and one again, just pat him on the head and he'll carry on. He'll eventually get over it. Yes. But anyway, for some reason, Giant and other people, they did it with Dirt Rally. The first Dirt Rally, fantastic game. Still play it. I don't do videos on it because, well, I don't think folk are really that interested. But it's a great... Come on, girl. Yeah, and of course the car is louder than me. Of course it is. It's like a mistimed two-stroke, it really is. Anyway, Dirt Rally, great game. Throw that out, forget about it, build a completely different game, upset all your community. And then Dirt Rally 2, and they're doing the same things Giants are doing. They're doing schoolboy errors, and you think, well, hang on, you had this up, you actually had this right. Right, Farm Sim, controls, control section, I can't think of the word, there's a terminology for it, but I can't get it. Control scheme, yes. Had that all beautifully done. Right, it's working. It'll accept anything, you can plug what you like in, it doesn't turn a hair, couldn't give a hoot. Excellent. No, we'll ignore that. We'll just do something completely different. Why? So, yes. My simpleton little brain cannot comprehend why you would do such a thing. And but it seems to be an industry thing, so hey ho. And I seem to have gone off on a rant, and I'm not entirely sure where I'm going with it, or indeed where I've been. But yes, stick with a game and actually perfect it. Don't keep going 3/4 of the way and saying, right, time for a new one, let's get some more, because I suppose it's all about money. Ho hum. Right, we done? We done? We are done. Excellent. Right. Charge. Because now that they've got the control scheme sorted out, that you can plug in wherever you want and it won't throw wobbly or just ignore it, it's just not a bad game. It really isn't. It's a good one, really. Oh. Well, that almost worked. Oh, and that's, yeah, that reminds me actually. Yeah, that, whee! That's the in-game Joskin. Black Sheep Modding did one. Now, I'm not 100%, but I think it's the same one. And if it is, pound to a penny, yeah, it'll have hydraulic cables, which this doesn't. Although it does everything it should do. And that's not a huge thing, no, but yeah. They put dynamic hoses in, which, again, great step forwards, but, you know, did they really have to? I mean, they keep telling us that the lighting and the graphics are wildly different, and they are better. They certainly are. But could they not have taken some of the good bits out of 17? And of course, there is always a chance, strong one at that I'm talking absolute poo, because I know nothing of coding. I've never done any. Oh, alright. Of course you're pointing the wrong way. Of course you are. Right. Right, well I need to sort this fella out. And I think that's more than enough ranting, but yes, safe to say, we're back on the server. And yeah, it's Transpace 8000, yeah, so that is the one Black Sheep Modding have done, I'm pretty sure. So yes, back in the server, all going well as far as actual playability goes. Bit of an argument down the bottom, but as you see just now, we just have the 00 top right on the scale above the 31,000. The in-game one doesn't give you the capacity, it just gives you what's actually in there. So yeah, it's certainly good enough. I mean, I'm quite happy to lose one mod out, one less mod, but I think overall it's been a good step, and it's certainly not broken the server. So yes. Anyway, enough of that. Time I'd go and sort this lot out, and yes, Sooty Farmer might get involved in this at some point, but we'll see. Depends how many people come in the meantime. Right folks, thanks for watching. This has been Caledonia Contract, showing you that yes, work for me and you'll get paid in pixels. So take care, cheers for now.